What's going on, YouTube? Dave back again. I hope you're enjoying all the unboxings and videos that I'm putting up. I'm going to try and keep this going on a regular basis. Look for my videos being posted about noon every day or every other day, depending on how things end up going. But I'm going to try for every day. So I got a package in the mail today. Super stoked. So this is from R1 Studios. Yay! And this is actually the Shadow Wolf. I believe Matt Mrozek did an unboxing on it a few months ago. They only produced, I believe, if I look and correct, they only did 75 of these kits. So if they still have them available, definitely go check them out. I'm going to unbox this for you guys. I've already taken a peek. I'm impressed so far, but we'll go over some of my little niggles with it. If you want to find them, they are at www.r1toystudio.com. Really great guys, and they are based out of Taiwan, I believe. Though it was kind of weird because my shipping ended up coming out of Norway. Very weird. So when I received this, I got all tickled and tingly because I love getting new resin. You know that feeling that you get when a random girl that you don't know just lifts up her shirt and shows you your boobies? Yeah, that's what happens when I get a new package of resin. All right, so diving into the box, let's see what we got here. I love mail day. Depending on what I end up getting in, I may start a mail day series. So first thing you're going to notice is it packed in this foam, and I'll show you guys the trays up close. Packing on this is phenomenal. I haven't seen another company pack like this or pack this well. So good job, guys. In the box, in the top, you end up getting a card. There's their website right there. You end up getting a different card. And on the back, and I got number 38 out of 75. So very cool on that. And the reason I'm kind of doing this partially up this way is because it's not a huge box, but it's easier to show you guys this way than it is anything else. So you get this nice, it's heavy duty foam. And then there are two trays inside, and as you can see, there are actually notches cut out for each of the pieces. Sorry, I keep catching myself looking at the monitor just to make sure it's in focus. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dive down to the table, show you guys all the pieces, and then maybe later on in a few days I will do a follow-up video with it all completely pieced together and go from there. But I want to show you guys, while these are still available, what it looks like. So hold on just a second. All right, guys, back again, and this time we are looking at least the first tray up close, and this is what I meant about the pieces being cut out. There are little pieces of foam holding everything in. I think this is brilliant in the packing, and I wish other and bigger name companies actually did this with their kits as well. So, like I said, as you can see, this came, assuming it is shipped from Taiwan to Norway and then to me. Maybe it was a little bit cheaper doing it that way. I am not sure. But let's go over my first little nitpick. This is going to be hard to see unless you had it in hand. Seam lines are almost non-existent. That's a good thing, and that's a bad thing, because there's a seam that runs right across here, and it looks like they just took a Dremel and just went across it. Very reminiscent of like the way E2046 does it. You can kind of see it right there. I don't know if it's going to focus on that since it's so light. You can kind of see it there. Maybe it's on some other pieces too. Over in here you get the legs. Very well keyed. There's a little seam. Back of a hobby knife will take that one off very easily. Luckily they didn't grind that off. They did do a little grinding on the front of this leg. Same with on here. Not too bad. Not too bad. They did kind of heavy grind right here. This will show up better if I throw some primer on it or something. But as usual, I like showing you guys everything that ends up coming. One of the legs for the girl. And I'm going to have to look. I think that's part of the armor. Doesn't look like a pore tab, but there is no pore tabs on here at all. All of that's been removed. In fact, I can see that there was one right there that they ended up grinding off. So they did some of the work for me. Now, one of the things I have to give them credit for is the bottom tray. As you can see, it is pretty thick. These are pretty shallow. I mean, the wolf's head fits in just like that. But the way that they designed this cavern is deep enough to hold the base and it not stick up. So I think that is actually a great design feature. Like I said, I wish more companies would end up packing their stuff this way. I would gladly shop with them. All right, so one of the first pieces that we're going to be looking at is going to be the wolf's head. And it's not bad at all. I think details maybe a little bit soft. I'm not sure if this was fully sculpted or if this was done 3D printed and then cast. This is the wolf's body. And you can see right here what I was talking about, grinding away the seam line. And it's not going to be too bad because it can be rounded, but most of the time I wish companies that ended up doing that would just leave it there. If there's a seam, just leave it. Let us, the hobbyist, eliminate it so that you don't end up with those gouges and flat spots. Personally, myself, it just makes my life a lot easier if I do it myself. Now, the keys in here are very good. Everything fits nice and snug with very minimal gaps. Here you have the base for the figure. It's well done, about 4 inches tall. On here we have the main body of the shadow or shadow wolf. I'm not sure which one that they're calling. I have to say, pretty well done. I'm actually impressed. They didn't get too carried away with the seam lines that are on here. There's one there, and I don't see one on the opposite side. So maybe they just did this in a split mold where they pull it. The only thing are the details are a little soft. They're not like super crisp and hard. So that can be either good or bad. But I think they could have been a little more defined right in here on the body. It just kind of melts in with the body. Now, one of the ways that they ended up packing the majority of the fragile pieces are in a baggie with this cotton batting type material. So interesting that they placed a dowel in the foot, which will go in like so. And I do have to say that actually fits really good. They did do some excessive grinding on the back seam here. Kind of made it just flat. We'll have to fix that. Kind of the same up here. I'm assuming this is one of the arms. Armor piece with cape, the opposite one. So here is one of the swords. Needs a little sanding, but not bad. I'm going to have to run this through the sonic cleaner with some purple power just to make sure that all the mold release is off of it. Here's the other hand. It's a hair piece. Looks like a kneecap. Make sure if you get this, you search out all of the little pieces that are in the batting. You don't want to lose anything. So the details aren't bad. It's kind of a plain expression. So I think with some paint you can bring some life to it. Nice pointed ears. Everything on that is good.
All right, so here are all the pieces laid out that come in it. You're looking at, I believe, 26 pieces total. No decals, no anything like that. And you also get the 2 cards with it. What I think I'm going to do is I might sit here tonight because I'm not really tired right now, and I may just spot glue this whole thing together and then come back and give you guys my full review on it. I just wanted to do a quick unboxing, let you guys see what comes in this and whether it's worth the buy. Now this was $175 shipped. You can also contact R1 Studios on Facebook. They're very responsive on there. Let me throw everything together. Let me see if I have any hiccups with it, and I will get back to you guys in another video. Thanks for tuning in, and I will see you guys all later. Peace out, YouTube.